Hello. We wish to speak to you today about claiming your power. Peter, our channel, is a perfect example of someone who has been in transition and is now stepping into a role more aligned with the 5D abilities to reach out and connect to spirit and speak from a place that's within. I use him as the example because he was scared to step out in this manner. Even making this video he put off because how can we be sure about what we are saying? I'm here to assure you that this is your next step, and it's an important step for you to take. You see, for so long, all of us on the planet have been conditioned. We've been conditioned in such a way to believe that we are weak. I believe it was Marianne Williamson who said, our greatest fear is how powerful and great we really are. And this indeed is true. What keeps the planet in the state it's in now, where it's been very, very difficult to transition into 5D, to move with ease, to let go of the old, what keeps the planet in that state now is the reluctance of many of the next wave of light workers to claim their power and to step forward in it. You see, if you do not step forward into becoming your full magnificent self, then you are acquiescing, silently consenting to say, yes, things should be as they are. I am weak. I am not able to stand up to what's out there. And this is a pitfall that many people are falling in right now. And that's why we wish to share this message with you. It is so important that you be the one who becomes the transition our planet is going through. Many, many people are looking to others who know more, who are more connected, who have insider sources, or have been long-time channels connected to spirit. They're looking to them for guidance. In reality, the transition is that you become your own guidance. You seek within yourself, you find within yourself, you express within yourself, just as the channel Peter is doing right now here. By not stepping into your power, you're actually holding back the collective, because you are the collective. And by not stepping into your power and saying, I can connect to spirit, I can connect to source, I do not need others outside to interpret for me, then you make a statement to the universe that the collective and you are ready to be multidimensional. You see, we've been trained for so long, programmed for so long, that we don't have these abilities, that we need to rely on the authorities and the sources. And we've seen the past couple of years that the authorities and the sources have been out to use us and manipulate us and do all kinds of things that are not helpful for our planet. So in taking this next step, you can actually become the change you're waiting for somebody else to make. And by becoming that change, when enough people do this en masse, then the shift is easy. That becomes your greatest service, is you owning your power. Now, owning your power doesn't mean you have to go out and do things to change the world. You can, and that's very, very good. But the first step of owning your power is saying, what makes me happy in this moment? I am sovereign. I deserve to be happy. What makes me happy in this moment? It might be a vacation. It might be lying on the sofa. It might be binging on a Netflix series. It could be anything that you choose, going in your backyard and gardening. Now, if you do these things, then your joy will increase and the field of joy around you will increase. And that becomes the greatest service you can give to the planet. You see, only when you have reached fulfillment, then you are able to give service in a way that's meaningful. Because if you're still not happy on the inside, you're still struggling with those things, then what is it you're going to give? Now, of course, there's always a benefit in helping those who are less fortunate. And that is not to be discounted or discouraged in any way. But if you wish to move our planet to the next level, it is time for this next wave of light workers, not the ones who were born into it, the star seeds that came here and could do this from birth and knew it, not the ones who've had 20 or 30 years experience, the people who've been on the edge of this, watching it happen and starting to make the transition through the grace of their own sacred self or through their own effort. It's time for this wave to step forward, and that's you if you're watching this video. So figure out ways you can own your power, because when you become powerful, you become fulfilled, it's just natural you're wanting to do service. Because when you're fulfilled, then as you seek out more joy, you'll say, oh, I'm not getting as much joy from doing the same things I've been doing. You'll say, what will give me more joy? And when you're fulfilled, the only answer that gives you more joy is service and helping other people. So there's no need to rush into that first, because you will naturally get there. But to get there, you have to claim that you've taken the steps and you are already in process and able to be there. That means listening to your own guidance and intuition instead of seeking out others. In fact, the more you seek that out, the more those timelines get put into place, because those people say them over and over, and you direct your consciousness to them, and then you give your power of consciousness, and then it becomes the timeline. And what have those timelines been? Let's keep waiting. Oh, it's such a struggle. Oh, there's bad things, and more evil has to be exposed, right? And this can go on and on as long as you choose. That's the whole thing. You are the key into when this happens. And for it to happen in external world, it has to happen in internal world. It has to happen in you first. That is why we send this message to you today. It's time for you to step forward and claim your power. It's time for you to own that I am connected to Source, and that I don't need to turn to somebody who's in the know or who has insider information, who's done a lot of work to build an organization, or who has a channel that's widely read or a blog that's widely read. You need to stop looking at those sources and start looking internally. Stop paying attention to the conflict and the struggle. I mean, maybe it's interesting to watch as if it were a sporting event, but even then you can get sucked into rooting for your team, and that keeps you in the same energy of the conflict and the ongoing process of the problem that's trying to be solved, instead of just moving to the solution by claiming and owning your power. You have the ability to channel yourself. Peter here is channeling his sacred higher self, okay? You have this ability. You have the ability to practice your knowing and your intuition. And if you choose to do that, you will do that. You will become that in a very short period of time, because there's so much help and so much energy coming to the planet right now. So that's the message we leave you with today. You are powerful. Be sovereign by claiming you're sovereign. Be awesome and incredible by claiming you're awesome and incredible. And then start acting that way. Many blessings.